Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to our April the 8th, 2025 monthly meeting. Pledge allegiance, Mr. Yap.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Consent agenda, Mr. Manager.
Yes, sir. On the consent agenda this evening is a resolution supporting FY25 grant funding for Rappahannock Rapidan Regional Commission, acceptance of grant funds from Virginia Tourism Corporation, treasurer's reports, and minutes of previous meeting.
So moved.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. All right. Invitation to bid on a non-exclusive franchise for telecommunication equipment. Is there anyone that'd like to bid on this at this time? No one? All right. Let's go, move right along. Not yet. No. Wait a minute. All right, 6.02, resolution for Bobby Bryan.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Council. It's my honor to be here tonight to present a Senate joint resolution. One of the things I've learned in my time in office is that one of the most meaningful things I think that's important is to recognize those who have served our country and our Commonwealth. And one of the proudest things that we can do is pass legislation that's voted on by the whole General Assembly. And so this year, with my help of my colleague, Chris Snyder, we petitioned the Senate and the House as well to join in voting on a resolution celebrating the life of Robert McKay Bryan. The patrons are myself, Senator Cyphers, Diggs, Durant, Marsden, Delegate Cardoza, Early, Ennis, Green, Martinez, McQuinn, Owen, Rasul, Scott, Ware, Weber, and Zier. It was agreed to by the Senate on February 13, 2025, and agreed to by the House of Delegates on February 17, 2025. Whereas Robert McKay Bryan, a dedicated public servant who worked diligently to enhance the overall quality of life in Culpeper through his commitment to community leadership, died on January 29, 2025. And whereas Robert Bobby McKay Bryan served his country with distinguished as a member of the United States Army, earning a Soldier of the Quarter Award. And whereas Bobby McKay Bryan was elected to the Culpeper Town Council from July 1994 to June 2002, and again from 2008 to December of 2019, he served as a term as Vice Mayor in 2000 and offered his wise insights to several committees over the course of his tenure in local government. And whereas Bobby McKay Bryan serves as chair of the Town/County Interaction Committee and the Public Safety Committee, where he was a strong proponent of the initiatives to enhance the Culpeper Police Department's ability to serve and protect members of the public. And whereas Bobby McKay Bryan promoted economic development in the town as a member and past president of the Culpeper Chamber of Commerce and former member of the Culpeper JCs and the Culpeper Renaissance. And whereas Bobby McKay Bryan mentored and inspired young people as an assistant scoutmaster and lifeguard in the Boy Scouts, now Scouting America. And whereas Bobby McKay Bryan further supported the community as a member, past president, Paul Harris Fellow of the Rotary Club of Culpeper, he volunteered his time and leadership to several other charitable organizations, including the Full Circle Thrift Shop and the Service to Abused Families. And whereas Bobby McKay Bryan enjoyed fellowship and worship with the congregation of St. Stephen's Episcopal Church, where he was an usher, a senior warden, and a member of the vestry. And whereas Bobby McKay Bryan will be fondly remembered and greatly missed by his wife of 51 years, Phyllis, and his children Christopher, Catherine, and Emily, and their families, and numerous other family members and friends, now therefore be it resolved by the Senate and the House of Delegates concurring that the General Assembly Hereby note with great sadness of the loss of Robert McCabe Ryan, and be it resolved further that the clerk of the Senate prepare a copy of this resolution for presentation to the family of Robert McCabe Ryan as an expression of the General Assembly's respect for his memory. Signed, Susan Clark Shar, Clerk of the Senate.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, if we could have the family come up and you would come down and we can present them.
Yes, sir.
We were also able to get both of you all a copy for yourselves.
Oh,
Just
thank
to the
you.
family.
Thank you.
Christine, grab it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys.
All right, public forum. The public forum is the opportunity for town citizens, visitors, and group to speak or bring to our attention any town government-related issues. Please state your name and place of residence for the record. Limit your comments to 3 minutes. Groups have requested to have a spokesperson. Is there anyone in the public who would like to speak tonight? No one? All right, thank you. Public forum is closed. All right, Mr. Short.
Yes, sir. Mr. Mayor, I move that council reappoint Lisa Peacock, representing Human Services, to the Public Transportation Board for a new 4-year term that begins immediately and expires March 9, 2029.
Second.
Any discussions? All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. All right. Public hearing on non-exclusive franchise for telecommunication equipment. The next item on the agenda is a public hearing and receipt of bid for the first reading of the unconfided ordinance number 02025-003, granting Condu franchise for 20 years. The town has duly advertised this franchise as required by law for all franchise with a duration of more than 5 years. I will now open the floor for public hearing. Please state your name and place of residence for the record. Limit your comments to 3 minutes. Does anyone like to speak? All right. No one? All right, moving right along. Is there anyone who wishes to hear concerns the grant of this franchise? The public hearing is open the floor for public hearing at this time. No one? All right. Closing the public hearing. All right, now open for bid. The town has received one bid from Summit IG LLC for $1 in addition to the fees limited in the franchise. Anyone else wishing to bid on this franchise at this time? All right. No one? All right. There being no one, I will now mark the bid for identification as required by state law, received 4/8/25, then I'll give it to the clerk. All right. All right, moving right along. Unconfined orders number 0202500, Condu franchise agreement, Summit IG LLC, first reading, Howard.
Good evening. Having received one bid on this franchise ordinance, we have one bid received from Summit IG LLC, proposed to receive a 20-year ordinance for a conduit franchise within the town limits. They have requested to install up to approximately 24,000 linear feet within the town limits, and the annual conduit fee begins at $1.51 per linear conduit foot and provides for automatic annual escalations over the life of the agreement of 3% per year or CPI, whichever is greater. The financial impact of this ordinance would be that the agreement provides for annual revenues to be determined based on total linear footage installed, with annual increases as referenced, and at full build-out, annual revenues under the agreement could be as much as approximately $36,000 on an annual basis. The recommendation is that council holds the first reading of ordinance 02025-003 and accepts the bid for granting a telecommunication conduit facilities construction agreement franchise to Summit IG LLC to permit use of town right-of-way for underground conduit within the corporate limits for a period of 20 years, effective April 8th, 2025. The second reading is scheduled for May 13, 2025.
Thank you, Al.
Thank you.
All right, 9.02, council received the quarterly reports. Any questions or comments? None? All right, let's move right along. 9.04A, resolution Kessler Wayside, Andrew.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and members of council for including this on the agenda. This matter came before council in February. We've received a proposal from a developer for a by right development on the land behind Kessler Wayside. As part of that, they are proposing a potential land swap with the town that would involve the provision of some additional recreational amenities on that site. That land is currently part of the dedicated right-of-way. At that time in February, council did direct staff to reach out to VDOT to request for the conveyance of that right-of-way to the town so the council could contemplate this. VDOT has requested a formal resolution from town council making this request, and so that's what we're bringing before you this evening. So the recommendation is that council approve the resolution requesting the Commonwealth release the right-of-way so it can be conveyed to the town. I'd be happy to answer any questions that council may have.
Any questions?
This doesn't have anything to do with the two proposals for how it's going to be developed?
That will be determined later on. Essentially, this request is simply to start the process with VDOT for the right-of-way to be conveyed to the town, so that we would then have the discretion to dispose of it as we saw fit, or continue to treat it as the park that it currently exists.
Any more questions? Roll call, please. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Brown?
Aye.
Councilmember Olinger?
Aye.
Mayor Reeves?
Aye.
Councilmember Ramikis?
Aye.
Councilmember Russell?
Aye.
Councilmember Schmidt?
Aye.
Councilmember Short?
Aye.
And Vice Mayor Yao? The motion carries.
All right. Anyone want to have anything else to add to the Interaction Committee? Or we good with
Yes,
that?
Mr. Mayor, we've received contact from the county. They requested a meeting. We have a draft agenda I'd like to read out to council. This meeting is scheduled for Friday, 16 May 2025 at 9 a.m. And the agenda topics will include the new town UDO project, data center noise parameters, town general development, the courthouse planning update on the pool, and update on the recent school and planned school construction. And the only thing that I would suggest adding to that, Mr. Mayor, is that we'd also like to hear a little bit from the county about their development plans for space surrounding the town, so we have a good idea of what those residential areas are going to look like. But I wanted to poll the rest of the members of council if there's anything else that you wanted to add to that.
Are we good? All right, thank you, Mr. Short.
Thank you.
All right, Town Council Monday report. Any questions or comments? We good? All right, communication. The FY '26 budget public hearing special meeting is Tuesday, May the 6th, 2025, at the EDC building at 7 o'clock. Any of the council members have anything else to report? If not, we are adjourned.